Welcome back, guys, to the Orlando Huskies franchise, and this week we are taking on the Buffalo Bills at home, rainy Orlando. And the Bills will start with the ball, as they are 8-7 on the season. We are 3-12. The Bills trying to fight for a playoff spot, and the Huskies trying to keep them out. As the Bills will take a knee in the end zone, and here comes their quarterback on the field. Cole Oberg, 3,800 yards, 19 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season. You see Vickers out there. It's going to be a 1st and 10 now from the 25-yard line for the Bills. Oberg is an X-Factor quarterback. He'll begin this game by breaking off of a sack and throwing a dime downfield to Vickers. And Vickers picks up 20 yards on the play. Blitz got in there, just not quick enough, as it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line now. A good tackle by Wilcox on the play on Dixon. Moses Dixon had a nice game last week, 89 yards and a touchdown. Huskies look to contain him more this week, as Oberg is in a gun here on 2nd and 9. It's a read option, and Wiggins there to make the play, and now Oberg is hurt on the play. Going to be a 3rd and 10 now, as Oberg is out of the game for the Bills. And the backup quarterback, Jones, tries to fit one over Wiggins, overthrows his receiver. And the Huskies force a punt on the first drive of the game for the Bills. And that one is kicked deep, as Connor catches it around the 5-yard line. Down to the 11 now, and here comes Josh and the offense for the first time this game. As keep showing the punt, as we'd like the offense to hurry up and take the field here. Here they come, Josh and the offense. Josh on the season, 3,200 yards, 19 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. He's gone on a streak of just throwing a lot of interceptions recently, and he wasn't that careless with the ball to begin the season. Now he is. But it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Hands the ball off to Drew Stevens, and as you see, Jason Blacklock is back on the field after missing last week with an injury, getting hurt early in the first quarter, but a hold on Simmons. Unnecessary hold there, as he wasn't even involved in the play, but it's going to be a 1st and 14 now from the 7. As Josh has to step up, and he's hit hard and fumbles on the play, and the Bills will begin their second drive at the 13-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 13 now. Jones is still in the game for the Bills, as CJ with a great shed and a great tackle on Dixon, loss of 1 on the play, and CJ Hunter has really came into his own as a pro player in the NFL after kind of struggling. And a great spin move by Dixon, making Wilcox look silly out there. Touchdown Bills, 7-0. As what a great spin move, a great move overall. And the Bills capitalize on the short field off of the fumble. It's going to be 7-0. See if the Huskies could respond here. And Gage will be able to return this one. It's just not fast enough to hit that second gear yet. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 21 as Josh is trying to redeem himself after the fumble. Pistol or gun formation here for the Huskies. Hands the ball off to Drew Stevens. Stevens has a nice little hole, 4-4. As he had a solid game last week. 2 touchdowns on the ground, 76 yards, and we'd like to see more of that. As the Huskies nearly came back last week, but unfortunately lost in the end. And on 2nd down here, Josh is looking to Hunter and just overthrows Hunter, who was wide open. Hunter who has had a great season so far this season and trying to add to his numbers in the last 2 weeks. You're on 3rd and 6 now. Can the Huskies pick it up? A check down to Jason Blacklock and it's dropped, and gotta imagine the rain's playing a factor here. As the Huskies fail to get a 1st down for back-to-back drives to begin this game. And James Aldridge will punt this one deep. As the Bills will return it. And they have a hole finally brought down at the 39-yard line. And Jones is still coming out on the field for the Buffalo Bills. As Gage might have hit the quarterback Jones late as they complete a pass. And he didn't. It's going to be on the Bills, and we will gladly accept that. As it's now going to be 1st and 15 from the 34. And Jones just kind of throws this one away on 1st and 15. Coach Paul would like a grounding on that call as no one was in the area and he was still in the tackle box. It's now going to be 2nd and 15 from the 34. As Grimes shedded and nearly picked the ball off. What a play by Grimes. I've never seen something like that before. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 15 from the 34-yard line. As it's a screenplay for the Bills and Dixon has room. And Grimes and company able to bring him down only for an 11-yard gain. And Bills are going to be forced to punt once more in this quarter. As Connor Kelly won't be able to return this one as it goes out at the 10-yard line. Here comes Josh in the offense trying to get going. 3rd drive of the game for them. They're going to have to start off faster than they did last week if they're going to want to stay in this one. As it's 1st and 10, hands the ball off to Drew Stevens, and Stevens met at the line of scrimmage as the Bills were ready for that run right there. It's now going to be 2nd and 10 now from the 9-yard line. Josh in an I formation. Hands the ball off to Drew Stevens, and Stevens has a hole. Tries to truck through one defender, but able to pick up the 1st down. And the Huskies get the first of the game. They might have to rely on Drew Stevens this game with the rain. And 1st and 10 from the 20. Back to Drew Stevens. Only able to pick up 1 on the play, and Stevens is hurt on the play. Something you definitely don't want to see. Danny Barnes will be in the game until we get a report on Drew Stevens. As our right guard got absolutely blown up on the play and Josh is unable to get the ball off in time. Just back spasms for Drew Stevens, what is good. He will be back, and he is back on the next play. It's going to be a 3rd and 9 now from the 21. As Josh had Damian going open across the middle of the field, and this defensive line is just too much to handle right now for this Huskies offensive line. James Aldridge is going to punt this one. It's going to be fair, caught at the 34-yard line. And Jones continuing to come out as must be a serious injury for Oldberg, as their season is on the line here. Jones flips the play at the line, and it's a blitz, and Gage a step behind the receiver, Lowell. Tried to make a play on it, just too far behind, as it's going to be a 1st and 10 now from the 49. Their 15-yard pickup for the Bills. As Johnson with a great tackle on 1st down, only a pickup of 1 on the play, as Caps with the reception, and it's going to be a 2nd and 9 from the 50-yard line. Jones switching the play at the line once again, as Gage pushes Lowell out for a gain of 8 on the play. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 now. Can the Huskies get off the field here? As Wiggins nearly got the sack on Jones, but he breaks it and is able to throw the ball away, as Shane was coming in on the safety blitz. And a great defensive stand once again for this Huskies defense. It's not going to be a good punt, as it's going to go into the end zone, and the Huskies will start at the 20. See what this offense could do on this drive, as it's 1st and 10 from the 20. Trips to the left for Josh. Danny Barnes in the backfield. It's a read option. Josh outruns the safety. And Josh drives forward, and questionable call, as that clearly looked like he got the 1st down there. As they're going to say he's inches short, and now it's 2nd and inches from the 30. As Josh takes a sack on 2nd and inches, now makes it a 3rd and 8, as he had 3 people in his face there. 3rd and 8. Can the Huskies convert on 3rd down? And Josh is picked off trying to hit Jamal Lacey, and Drew Stevens with a good tackle on Kendricks. And just turnover after turnover for Josh in these last couple of games. Really been hurting this Huskies team, as Dixon only able to pick up 1 on the 1st down carry, and that one will most likely do it for the 1st quarter, as the Bills will start in plus territory on the Husky side of the field at the 20-yard line after the turnover. Second and 9. It's a bubble screen, and Vickers able to break 2 tackles and finally brought down at the 17-yard line for his 2nd catch of the game. It's now going to be a 1st and 10 from the 17. Dixon brought down after a 5-yard gain at the 12-yard line. Dixon runs right up the middle once more, and it's another 1st down for the Bills at the 5, as this defense is kind of getting shredded right now. 1st and goal from the 5. Dixon in motion as the Bills switch the play, and an easy walk-in touchdown, as I don't know how Wiggins didn't get a hand on Dixon there. But that will bring the score to 14-0 for the Buffalo Bills. As the Huskies are going to have to figure something out on offense. They're going to have to do it quickly. They want a chance to stay in this one. He's got to see how much longer Coach Paul will trust Josh. As Gage brings this one out to the 24-yard line. As you see Coach Paul talking to Josh on the sideline right there. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 24. It's a play action pass here. As Josh has Kylo in the flat, he catches the ball. 11-yard pickup, as that's Josh's 1st completion of the game. And we are in the 2nd quarter. Unacceptable offense. It's 1st and 10 now. As Josh expected Jason to keep running, and Jason sat down in the zone, and just miscommunication by these receivers and the quarterback to begin this one. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 now. A good catch by Hunter on 2nd down for a gain of about 25 down to the 40-yard line. And that's what this offense needed. 1st and 10 from the 40 now. Finally getting their playmakers involved, and it's another play action pass here. There's nothing open, and Josh is just going to have to throw that one away, as he already has 7 incompletions on the game. 2nd and 10 now from the 40-yard line. Hand the ball off to Drew Stevens. Stevens breaks one tackle. A 5-yard pickup on the play for Drew Stevens. Good little run there for Drew. And now here on 3rd and 5 from the 35. As Josh has Drew Stevens in the flat. Stevens breaks one tackle. Only picks up 3 on the play. It's going to be a 4th and 2. The Huskies offense will stay on the field here. It's going to be a 4th and 2 now. Eric Franklin in motion. It's a play action pass, but no one's open, and it's a strip sack as Kemp got beat by the X Factor DN. Just a bad play call right there by Coach Paul. Has to call plays better. CJ Hunter on 1st down comes in and gets the sack for a loss of 8. And like I said, CJ Hunter has really came into his own as of late, and he's still proving it once and once again. It's now going to be a 2nd and 18 from the 39-yard line. As now Carrington comes in and provides some pressure up the middle on Jones, and now it's a 3rd and 18. 3rd and 18. Can this Huskies defense provide a stop for the offense? Give them a chance as Carrington got in there. As they do get the first on a jailbreak screen to the receiver Lowell. And a great play call. It's just poor defense by the Huskies right there. And an easy pitch and catch to Vickers from Jones down to the 25-yard line now. It's now going to be 1st and 10 from the 25. I formation here for Jones. And just an easy run up the middle for 8 for Dixon. And the Bills are threatening to go up 21-0. This defense doesn't get a stop somehow. 2nd and 2 from the 17. Jones under center. And Dixon just right up the middle, down to the 11. And that will hit the 2-minute warning as the Bills are up 14-0, threatening to score once again. Second or 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. It's going to be a screen pass as Dixon is pushed into the end zone by the offensive lineman, and the Bills have been killing us on these screens as the defense just isn't prepared for the screen plays. As one got him a 1st down on 3rd and 18, and this one ends up scoring a touchdown. Now the Huskies are down 21-0. You see Josh warming up on the sideline, and he's going to have to answer. Something you don't want to do in the rain is go down big. Gage will return this one, trying to provide a spark for the offense. Not able to, only brings it to the 19-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 19 now. As Josh is hit as he throws it, and incomplete once again. As we're going to have to go into this offseason and completely overhaul this offensive line once again, as we've just been disappointed by the results so far this season from this offensive line. As Hunter open on the zig route and just a drop from Hunter. He easily would have got 13, 14, if not more yards. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now from the 19-yard line. Play action pass here. As Josh hits Damian. Only for a 2-yard pickup, and the Huskies will have to punt the ball back to the Bills. As they're going to have 1:30 left. With good field position to try and score here. 2 timeouts left. They're going to have to stop these screens if they want a chance. Dixon has 2 touchdowns on the game. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 33. Jones still in the game. There's a drop by the receiver Lowell. As McMillan was coming to light him up. Don't know if that's what caused it. Maybe the rain. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 now from the 33. As he checked the ball down to the running back, and it's a good tackle on the play from Wilcox. Only a pickup of 5. It's not going to be a 3rd and 5. From the 37-yard line. As a great defense by Dylan Flock on the play forces an incompletion, and the Huskies defense giving the offense another chance to try and score here right before half. Connor Kelly's waiting for the punt here. Connor catches it. Tries to run up the middle, only brings it to the 24-yard line, about 7-yard gain on the pickup. It's now going to be a 1st and 10 from the 24. As Josh overthrows Damian right there, and I don't know what type of player we've seen from Josh recently, but it's not the same one we saw when it was earlier in the season. As it's now a 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line. As Josh that time threw it on the money as he was getting hit, and Jamal Lacey just ends up dropping the ball right there. Unfortunate for the Huskies, as these drops have really killed us, but now it's a 3rd and 10 from the 24. Hands the ball off to Drew Stevens, who is only able to pick up 1, and Bill's calling another timeout, as it seems like this second quarter is never going to end. As James Aldridge kicks this one deep. It's tackled around the 35-yard line. The Bills will have 38 seconds and a timeout to try and do something here. They're going to go trips to the left here for Jones. As a great play by Bryson Connor engaged to knock that ball loose. As Jones thought he had an easy completion on the outside, and they're going to go trips to the right now, flipping the play. Or flipping the formation at least. 2nd and 10. As they throw one up, and Shane O'Neal with a great deflection on Vickers right there. Nearly had a pick. Going to be a 3rd and 10 now. From the 35-yard line, Jones in gun. And it's going to be a throwaway for Jones, as CJ Hunter and company got to him and forced a lot of pressure right there. Nearly got the sack, and that would have been CJ's 2nd of the game. As the Bills will punt once more in this second quarter. Connor Kelly's back there. Just didn't get a block right there. Not even able to move. As unless something crazy here happens on this run, the Huskies will go in the half down 21-0. As they hand the ball off to Drew Stevens, and Stevens takes it to the outside. Able to pick up 8 on the play, but not enough to have Coach Paul call a timeout. As they're going to go into halftime down 21-0, and they're going to have to change something about this offense and try and figure it out. They're going to also have to try and stop the run in the second half. As they do get the ball to begin the second half, defense has played good, and really isn't the defense's fault. They've allowed 21. But Gage will return this one from in the end zone. Able to bring it to the 25-yard line. It's now going to be 1st and 10 from the 25 here. He hands the ball off to Drew Stevens, and Stevens met right at the line of scrimmage as this Bills defense has been playing excellent all game long. 2nd and 10 from the 26 now. As Josh tries to hit Jason Blacklock and looked like he could have thrown that to Hunter, is just a huge overthrow on the play. Now it's going to be 3rd and long for this Huskies team, as Josh is really struggling now. As now that's picked off by Josh, and this one's going to go back for 6. As that's going to be Josh's last throw of this game, as we're going to pull him for Jeff Dean once again. And it's just been a poor game for Josh. 3 turnovers on the game for Josh. 2 picks, 1 fumble. Cost us points multiple times, and we're might be 2 fumbles, 1 pick. Either way, 3 turnovers. And the Bills now take a 28-0 lead, as Gage will just take a touchback on this play. Here comes Jeff Dean for the first time in this one, trying to spark the offense, maybe rally a comeback. The Bills only have 154 total yards of offense. The defense has played well, as Drew Stevens picks up 5 on 1st down. It's going to be a 2nd and 5 now from the 30-yard line. Jeff Dean in a pistol formation here. As Jeff is hit as he tried to throw it to Hunter. Hunter nearly was able to catch it. It's going to be a 3rd and 5 now from the 30-yard line. As Jamal Lacey with another drop on 3rd down. This one, Huskies are going to have to punt once more, as this might be the worst offensive game we've seen out of the Huskies all season, including week 1 when we only scored 11 points, or 10 points. Might have been 11. But it's Jones and this Bills offense going to come back on the field on 1st and 10 from, as Bryson Connor able to force that one out of the receiver's hands. And this defense has really been balling this game. Very unfortunate that the offense decided to shit the bed this game. Hasn't really allowed anything to get going for the Bills outside of a couple of screen plays. And now Parrish picks up 3 on 2nd and 10. It's now going to be a 3rd and 7 from the 27-yard line. And the Huskies send a blitz, and Grimes able to get to the quarterback. Just not enough time, as Jones throws a dime after he rolls out the pocket to Lowell. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line now, as Jones is under center. CJ Hunter and Wiggins able to make a play on Dixon. As you see, Caden is hurt, and he's one of our pass rush specialists. Hurt on the play, and don't like to see that. It's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 50 for the Bills. As Carrington got there, and a drop by the running back. Going to cause a 3rd and long now. Third and long for this Huskies defense. Got to try and get off the field. As an overthrow by Jones, as the pressure was starting to get there. And the Huskies force another punt, as a bruised sternum for Caden will cause him to miss the rest of this game. Unfortunate, as the D-line has been playing well this game. That's going to be a bad punt by the Bills, and the Huskies will start at the 26-yard line. Can either quarterback get something going this game? We might even have to see Jake Kean if they can't. As Jeff Dean throws it on the run, Damian Harrison finally catches the ball and able to pick up 25 on the game. It's now going to be a 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Biggest pass play of the game, and now they're going to hand the ball off to Drew Stevens, who is hit hard but picks up 5 on the play. Down to the 43-yard line. The rushing game has been there all game, really. It's now going to be a 2nd and 5 from the 43. As Jeff Dean had Connor Kelly running wide open, just hit as he threw it. And not able to get the ball to him, as it's a 3rd and 5 now. Hand the ball off to Danny Barnes, and Danny Barnes only able to get 1 on the play. It's going to be a 4th and 1 now. Danny Barnes, they go no huddle. Danny is motioned out to the right. Empty set here for Jeff. There's an easy pitch and catch for Jeff and Hunter. Hunter hangs on to that one. 2nd catch of the game for Hunter. Danny Barnes still in the game. And he'll motion out right once again on 1st down. As Jeff Dean tries to hit Jason Blacklock, a hair behind him, and DB is able to make a good play on the ball. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now from the 32. As Hunter is wide open on the play. A good throw by Jeff Dean, just a better play by the defensive back to force an incompletion right there. It's now going to be 3rd and 10 from the 32. There's a good play by the DB on 2nd down. 2 running back set here for the Huskies. A good throw by Jeff Dean and a good catch by Kylo, hanging on to that, as that was a tough catch. Able to get the 1st down now. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Huskies will throw it. Jeff Dean takes off, dives forward for a pickup of 8. The Huskies are threatening the score here. It's going to be 2nd and 2 from the 13 now. It's going to be a speed out. Drew Stevens isn't able to hang on to that one. It's going to be 3rd and 2. 4 down territory for the Huskies for the rest of this game. From the 13-yard line. Hands the ball off to Drew Stevens, and Stevens is able to pick up the 1st down. And Eric Franklin, our 3rd string tight end, is hurt on the play. As it's 1st and 10 now, 3 tight end set with an offensive lineman as the 3rd tight end. Drew Stevens makes a good cut, picks up 4 on 1st down. As a dislocated shoulder for Eric Franklin, and that will keep him out of this one for the rest of his game. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 6 now. As a great diving play by the defensive back right there to force an incompletion. As you can't really get mad about that. As you just got to kind of tip your hat to the DB. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line now. Hands the ball off to Danny Barnes, and Danny Barnes is nearly in the end zone, as the Huskies are going to go no huddle here. Jeff Dean switching the play at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hand the ball right back off to Danny Barnes, and Danny's into the end zone for a touchdown. Huskies finally get on the board late in the 3rd quarter of this one. Sammy Leak will kick this, and it's up and it's good. 15 play, 73-yard drive for the Huskies. It wasn't pretty, but Huskies able to get on the board. James Aldridge kicks this one deep, and it's returnable. We haven't seen a kickoff return in a while for this Huskies return team. Brought down at the 29-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 29 for the Bills. Jones in gun here. Is Gage and Shane able to make a tackle on the running back as Johnny Caps, one of their receivers, is hurt on the play. It's now going to be a second and 7 from the 32. Jones under center here, flipping the play. As Dixon able to hit the hole nicely. As Grimes was getting pushed backwards, as couldn't really provide any push up front right there. It's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 45-yard line. Jones flipping the play once again. And this time Grimes is coming in hot and gets the sack. And that's going to be his 6th sack of the season for a defensive tackle. You don't really see numbers like that. It's going to be a 2nd and 19 from the 36-yard line. As Gage and Johnson able to bring down the receiver for only a gain of about 8 on the play, and that will end the third quarter. Huskies down 21 in this one. But looking at a 3rd and long, trying to get off the field here. As the Bills just run the ball up the middle on 3rd and long, and they're going to settle with the punt. I guess just to keep the clock moving. Questionable play call on 3rd and long there. I guess they don't believe in this Huskies offense to come back, as another bad punt by the Bills will give the ball to the 32-yard line for the Huskies. Jeff Dean in gun here from the 32-yard line. As Mike Haywood has a catch and a huge gain on the play of 8 or 16. That was Mike Haywood's longest reception of the year. Kind of disappointed we didn't see a little bit more of him, as he's been getting open in previous weeks. And Hunter with another drop on the game, and man, this rain has to be affecting him, because we haven't seen Hunter drop this many passes since his rookie season. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line. And that one tried to go right back to Hunter to show his trust in him. Just an overthrow on the play. It's now going to be a 3rd and 10 from the 48. 2 running back set here for Jeff Dean in 4-down territory here. As Jeff Dean tried to fit it to Drew Stevens running up the sideline, who was open for a split second. Just hit as he tries to release it. It's going to be a 4th and 10 now. Can the Huskies convert on the 4th and 10? There's a good throw and catch to Kylo. Kylo makes one guy miss. Kylo down to the 23-yard line. A great throw on the back shoulder, as the DB was playing on his inside shoulder. Jeff Dean threw it to his outside shoulder, and a great throw and catch. As Drew Stevens on 1st down had a huge hole, and Bills are lucky he got tripped up, as that would have been a touchdown for this Huskies team. It's now going to be a 2nd and 9 from the 21-yard line. As Jeff Dean tries to go to Damien, just out of Damien's reach. Damien even tried to dive for it, unable to do so. It's now going to be a 3rd and 9 from the 21. Jeff Dean under center here. It's a play action pass. Jeff Dean hits Damien, only for a pick of about 3 on the play. And this team is going to have to go for it on 4th and 6 now. From the 19-yard line, Jeff Dean motions out Danny Barnes. Empty set now for Jeff Dean. And Jeff Dean is sacked by 3 different players on 4th down. And what an awful showing from this offensive line this game. As it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 27. as Perryman able to pick up 13 on the first down rush down to the 40-yard line. And the quarterbacks did not play good for the Huskies this game, but the offensive line might have played even worse. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. As a great play by Johnson to shoot the gap. Loss of 1 on the play. Johnson has had an incredible year, to say the least. Going to be 2nd and 11 now. A read option play. McMillan and CJ read it out and tackled Jones for a loss of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 14 now from the 37-yard line. As the Bills decide to run the ball, and the running back's off to the races, and he's going to bring that to the end zone for a touchdown. As Parrish breaks 1 tackle and goes the rest of the way. What a run. What a run by Parrish on that 3rd and long. And the Bills go up 28-7. Gage will be able to return this one here. Gage gets to the edge, able to bring it to the 27-yard line. See what this Huskies offense could do on 1st and 10. He's just going to check the ball down to Danny Barnes on 1st down, and Danny gets hit hard but picks up a decent chunk down to the 40-yard line. Gain of 13 on the play. It's going to be a 1st and 10 now from the 40. As you see, the Bills only had about 130 passing yards on the game, as Hunter gets his 3rd catch of the game for a pickup of 9, as we're closing in on the 2-minute warning here. Huskies could run one more play before the 2-minute warning. As Hunter's wide open. A great throw by Jeff Dean. Fitted over 2 linebackers, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. As the Huskies down big in this one, 35-7. Jeff Dean has played decently well here. Drew Stevens motions out, and it's an empty set for Jeff Dean. And that looked like PI as the linebacker pushed Damian Harrison. They're not going to call it, and it's now going to be a 2nd and 10. Jeff Dean has played good this drive, let me say, because the rest of the game he hasn't looked too great. As Hunter's wide open in the end zone, and Fry able to hit the quarterback once again, and it's been an issue all game. It's now 3rd and 10 from the 30-yard line. As Jeff Dean's going to have to take off, and down 4th and 1 as Simmons is hurt for the Huskies on the play. Corey will have to come in the backup guard. Now going to be a 4th and 1 from the 21. And Drew Stevens barely able to get that 1st down. As the drive keeps going for the Huskies. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 19. 1:30 left in this game. As Jeff Dean hit once again. And this one's getting ugly for this offensive line. Expect big changes once again in the off season with this offensive line. As Hunter's able to hang on to that one for a pickup of 10, brings that down to a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. 1st and goal from the 9. It's going to be a handoff to Drew Stevens, who tries to cut it back. Cutback lane was not there. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. 35 seconds remaining in this one. As Jeff Dean is picked off trying to go into the end zone to Jamal Lacey. And this one was over a while ago, but Bills will take one knee and end this one here. As the Huskies fall to 3-13 on the season, have looked really competitive in some games and then really bad in others. As this was one where they looked really bad, especially offensively, because defensively they looked good. We'll look at the stats really quickly, as I know it's a decently long video, as neither quarterback really played good. Josh 17, 4 of 17, 41 yards, 0 passer rating, QB rating. Jeff Dean wasn't much better. The run game, nothing going. Hunter had 3 drops. Nobody else really had drops. Jason Blacklock with 2, unfortunate. Rest of the receivers, okay. Blocking, I know they had a lot more sacks than that. Gage Wilcox led the team in tackles. CJ Hunter with 2 tackles for loss and a sack. Bunch of tackles for loss for everybody else. Grimes with a sack. No picks on the game. 3 pass deflections. 1 with Grimes. No forced fumbles. And that one will do it. As I'll see you guys in week 18 to end the season. Can the Huskies end on a dub? Let's find out next time. See y'all then. Peace.